Well, it's not that often that we get treated to 5 days worth of Pacer baseball within the span of 6 days, but that's what we've gotten this week in what's been a very nice week worth of baseball here for the Pacers. They're coming into this one following a big win last night over Dean. So we enter game 2 of this 2-game midweek non-conference series between your Pacers and the Bulldogs of Dean College. The Pacers 11-6 overall following yesterday's win. They won that one 13-3 last night. John Spate will be on the mound here first for the Pacers. Pacers 11-6 overall, 2-4 records still in USA South play. They're on a 1-game winning streak as of last night. They're also 9-4 here at home at the USA National Training Complex. Only one of those 9 wins were at Ting Stadium, the other technically alternate home of your Pacers when we're not out here at USA. But that is where we are, as the first pitch is going to be a bit low here for Spate. And that'll open things up here. Ball number 1. One-zero pitch will be sliced to the left side over the Dean dugout. So now that'll be the first strike of the day here from John Spate. Spate, a senior right-hander from Wilmington, North Carolina, is about 6'4", product of Emsley A. Laney High School. So he'll deal a 1-1 pitch there, swung on and missed, maybe even a 2-seamer that had a little bit of a sinking action as Spate gets ahead here 1-2 for the first AB of the day. It'll be ball number 2 here to Troy. Matthew Troy, a sophomore infielder from Norwalk, Connecticut. He actually came in late in last night's contest to pinch run. So he'll be leading things off in the lineup today for the Bulldogs. 3-2 pitch from Spate, swung on and missed. And he'll open things up there with a strikeout on Troy. That'll bring Matt Callahan to the plate. He was actually the leadoff man last night for the Bulldogs. He'll be in the 2-hole here this afternoon. Oh, pitch from Spate. That'll be fouled straight back towards the Peace side of the dugout. 0-1 count. 75-degree day here in Cary, as it's after what was a very chilly and really windy weekend for the Pacers in that 3-game series with Piedmont. They've had 2 straight days now worth of really warm days to work with. Last night was in the 60s, and today it's in 75 currently. A little cloudy, so really spring starting to bloom. Here's the Pacers get their season well underway. So now Spate throws ball number 2 here, 2-1 count. Two-one pitch, high fastball. Good job here from Matt Callahan to lay off as he's well ahead in the count, 3-1. This one in the dirt, and there's ball 4. So it'll be the first base runner of the day here for Dean in the top half of the first. 1 man gone, and now 1 man aboard. That'll bring Hayden, the right fielder for Dean, up to the plate, the 3-hole hitter. This one low and away, close, but doesn't get the call. So it'll open the count here on Hayden at 1 ball, no strikes. One-zero pitch, outside again. This time low and high, not low and away like the first. So that'll move the count here to 2 balls and no strikes. This next pitch in there, that'll be strike number 1 taken. 2-1 pitch hit to the right side, and that'll be out of play foul. It's Tate Proctor over there manning first base this afternoon. Usually Tyshawn Barrett, the guy over there, he'll be in the DH role here tonight. Spate sets, 2-2 pitch, this one high, and just a bit over the zone, as now that'll take us to a full count as Spate is in danger of potentially getting back-to-back walks here in the first inning. Full count pitch, and that'll be low in the dirt, as now Spate has walked back-to-back Bulldogs. That'll have 2 men on. That'll bring Andrew Dorito to the plate. Dorito up now with Callahan at second. Hayden at first. Both of those men getting on by way of walk here with 1 out. This one hit to the right side. First ball put in play of the day. Fielded by second baseman Seaton. And a routine throw over to Proctor will get out number 2. Meanwhile, both runners will move up 1 bag. So now Dean has 2 men in scoring position. Man at second and third. They did strike first last night, even in loss. They lost last night 13-3, but they did strike first in that game, getting 1 run in the first inning. So now they could potentially do so here again. Oh, pitch, a bit high in the zone. A fastballs that'll put the count in favor of Jeff Sharnick. Catcher for Dean, as he'll get ahead in the count here 1-0 with 2 men in scoring position. 2 men gone here in the top half of the first. Same spot, just a bit lower in the zone, and that'll be strike 1, evening the count at 1 apiece. Here for the Pacers senior right-hander on the mound. One pitch. This will be chopped in front of the plate, right side. Norris Fields throws, and that'll end the inning. 2 men walk there by Spate. He's able to get a strikeout for his first out of the inning. Routine grounder to Alex Seaton at second, and now just a swinging bunt out in front of the plate, fielded by Jake Norris, and a routine throw down to first base will end the top half of the first. Pacers coming to hit for the first time this afternoon. Bottom of the first coming up right here on the Pacers Sports Network. Gavin Taylor will lead things off here this afternoon, as usual, as the regular Pacer leadoff man. It'll be Ethan Bernardo, sophomore righty from Pawtucket, Rhode Island. He'll get things started here for Dean on the mound this afternoon in Game 2 of this two-game set. Pacers took Game 1 last night, 13-3. First pitch to Taylor. This one yanked down third base line, foul into the Dean dugout. So he'll get 0-1 real quick. This one a low strike called on Taylor as the Pacer right fielder gets down 0-2 here early in his first AB of the day. 0-2 pitch. And Taylor will just wear that, and now they're going to say Taylor's out. Is they're going to say he leaned into the pitch? Not quite sure about that, as it was well in. As Taylor may have just been crowding the box. But regardless, that'll be ruled out number 1. An interesting beginning to the Pacers at the plate this afternoon. That'll bring Gavin Wheeler up to the plate. Wheeler, a junior from Fayetteville, North Carolina, from Jack Britt High School. So he'll take first pitch ball, a fastball in the outside half. Second one, similar spot and similar result. That'll be ruled ball number 2. 2-0 count here on Wheeler. This one a nice sinker, or a changeup maybe even. So that'll get Bernardo into the strike column here on Gavin Wheeler. Still in favor of Wheeler as far as the count is concerned. 2 balls and a strike, 1 man gone. So now this one inside, and that one will hit Wheeler as Wheeler attempted to get out of the way. And that'll be ruled a dead ball. 3-hole hitter Tyshawn Barrett will be up next, the DH man here today for the Pacers. Typically the first baseman. So just be working on offense today for the Pacers, one of the better bats on this squad. So get a quick sign from Coach Chris Duty, head coach of the Pacers, back in that role for the first time this season since the last 2 seasons being named baseball operations. So the first pitch will be a high fastball to Barrett, 1-0 count. Wheeler with a sizable lead over at first, as now Bernardo will pick over to first. Wheeler gets back in sliding. Still a 1-0 count here on Barrett, the DH. Wheeler on his way, but meanwhile Barrett will foul this one back towards the backstop as he evens the count there, 1-1. One pitch. So that'll be fouled off to the right side. Wheeler will hold at second. Wheeler stealing second just a couple pitches ago on what originally I thought Tyshawn Barrett fouled straight back, but it turns out it was just a swing and a miss that got by the catcher as Wheeler stole second on that play. Now in scoring position here for the Pacers. Still no score, bottom first, as now Barrett will swing through a nice breaking ball from Bernardo. And that'll be out number 2 here in the bottom first. Shortstop Hunter Ward will head up to the box for the first time today following a big night last night. Nearly missing a home run last night out there in the left field wall, just under the yellow stripe on the top of the wall, as he was able to get an RBI double. That was a big part of the rally that the Pacers had back in the 6th or 7th inning, I believe it was, where they dropped 10 runs that ultimately propelled them to that 13-3 win in Game 1 of this 2-game series. So Ward takes ball number 1, 1-0 pitch, sent to the left side to the shortstop, and the shortstop boots it, doesn't maintain control as now Wheeler gets in trouble out on the base pass. Throw to the plate in time and gets Wheeler. So Wheeler just took a little bit of a too hard of a turn going around third base. And that will end the first inning. Still no score. No hits just yet. To the top of the second we go. Pacers and Dean going at it here in Cary. No score. Here we go to the top of the second, right here on the Pacers Sports Network. Landon Fish, junior from Newport Richey, Florida. He'll be up next. Still no score here in the top of the second from Cary as Spate deals what looks like a breaking ball. That'll be a bit high in the zone for ball number 1. This one shanked to the right side, out of play and foul, 1-1 count. One pitch, that one inside. And that'll be ruled ball number 1 as Fish gets ahead in the count, 2-1. This one sent out to the right field gap, right center field gap. Gavin Taylor on the run, and this one's off the wall out in the gap. Fish rounding second on his way to third. He'll be in there standing with a lead-off triple just under the yellow part of the wall out in the right center field gap. Pretty similar, other than just a different part of the field, pretty similar part of the wall as what shortstop Hunter Ward for the Pacers did last night. This time for Landon Fish, center fielder for Dean, as he makes some noise here early in the second inning. Still nobody out. Fish now at third following his leadoff triple. So now Lil Judd, the third baseman for Dean, will come up next, trying to just put something in play and drive in that potential first run here for Dean and here by anybody this afternoon. First pitch fouled off to the right side, 0-1 count here on Lil Judd. This one low and in the dirt. Norris keeps that one in front. So that'll move the count to 1-1. Close on the outside corner, but not quite enough, as that'll be ruled ball number 2, moving the count to 2-1. Good changeup there by Spate, as that'll even the count here at 2-2. So now he's one pitch away from getting his first out of the inning following the leadoff triple. 2-2 pitch in there, and there's strike three looking, and Lilja set down on strikes. We'll bring the first baseman, Ben Chajette, up to the plate. Senior from Hillsborough Beach, Florida, and Flint Hill High School. He'll hit here with one man gone and a man in scoring position at third base, 90 feet away. First pitch foul to the right side. 0-1 count here on Chajette. Leadoff triple by Fish. First hit of the game by either side. Obviously his being for Dean as they try and make something happen here in the top half of the second. 1 out, 1-1 pitch. This will be grounded. Shortstop. Run should score easily. Ward Fields gets it to first. 2 men gone, but meanwhile the run scores and Dean strikes first. Landon Fish able to score from third following the ground ball up the middle, shortstop side, which in that situation, that's ideally what you want, is just try and get something in play away from the runner to try and get him in. First pitch in the dirt here on Riley, 1-0 count. One nothing here in the top of the second. 2 men gone. 1-0 pitch in there. That'll be strike number 1, evening the count at 1-1 on Riley. Pitch number 33 there for Spate. This one low and away. Now the count in favor of Riley. 2 balls and a strike. Bryce Riley, a junior from Dover, New Hampshire, hitting here with 2 balls. Strike. Pitch from Spate. This one sent out to the right field side. Gavin Taylor, no trouble there, and he'll put that away for out number 3. But meanwhile, Dean strikes first here in the top of the second. Landon Fish with a leadoff triple, and then a ground ball up the middle from Chajette. Able to get that run in from third. Dean on top, 1-0 to the bottom of the second we go, right here on the Pacers Sports Network. Logan Barber will lead things off here for Peace in the bottom half of the second. Dean taking a 1-0 lead earlier this inning in the second, thanks to Landon Fish's leadoff triple. And then Chajette to hit a ground ball to get him in. First pitch here to Barber. A bit inside. That'll be roll ball number 1. This one on the outside corner, strike 1, evening things up with Barber. Bernardo, sophomore right-hander, back out on the bump for inning number 2. of work as the starter for Dean. Next pitch, yanked to the left side. This one over and not over the head as the left fielder able to get up there and grab it. Nice play. That play made by Riley, who's able to just leap up and make a nice play on what looked like he had that one over his head. Barber set down here, one man gone. First baseman Tate Proctor will be up next. Proctor working with a .214 average entering this game today. He's 9 for 42 ABs. He's gotten 7 runs in. He's doubled once, tripled twice, and he's got 4 RBIs as well. He takes ball number 1 here in the bottom of the second. This one swung on and fouled just over us here in the press box as we'll do this thing again. 1 ball and a strike. One pitch. Close, but it would be called ball number 2. This one fouled straight back. That'll even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two. Swung on and missed. Proctor goes down swinging as Bernardo gets a quick start to his second inning of work with a fly out to left and now a strikeout swinging. And now Alex Seaton will head up to the box for his first trip to the plate for the Pacers. First pitch to Seaton outside, ball number 1. Seaton 1 for 4 last night, scoring 1 of those 13 runs as he yanks this down the line. So that'll just bounce off the wall beyond the Dean bullpen, as that'll be strike number 1. Next pitch only outside half, but not quite enough. So that'll be rolled ball number 2. 2-1 count here on Seaton. Next pitch outside, a little bit further away than the last. That'll be rolled ball number 3. 3-1 count here on Seaton, Pacer second baseman. 2 men gone, no men on. Jackson May would be next if Seaton could extend the inning. 3-1 pitch is high, and that'll be a 2-out walk here, sending Seaton up the first base line, and Jackson May, center fielder for the Pacers this afternoon, will be next. Now a pick move over to first base. Seaton slides back in safely. Jackson May, a freshman from Kernersville, North Carolina, transfer in from Winthrop University. Few looks over from Bernardo, and now an 0-0 pitch up towards the dome of May. This one gets by the catcher. Seaton able to take second on the wild pitch, as that'll open the count here on Jackson May at 1-0. Bernardo sets. Quick look out to Seaton bouncing around at second. Comes to the plate, swung on and missed by May. May 1 for 2 last night in a couple pinch hit appearances as he entered the game late for the Pacers. Scored a run as well, one of those 13 runs that the Pacers scored last night. 1-1 pitch here to May, swung on and missed. So that'll be ruled strike number 2, 1-2 count here on May. May did strike out once last night. He walked as well one time as he's in danger here of striking out again here in his first AB today. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed in the dirt. Drop third strike. Catcher keeps it in front and gets a routine throw to first. And that'll be out number 3, ending the second inning here from Cary. 1-0 your score. Dean on top. Still goose eggs in the hit and the run columns for the Pacers. So we head to the top of the third right here on the Pacers Sports Network. Back to the top of the Dean lineup we go. It'll be Matthew Troy here up first. He struck out in his first AB, and now he takes a strike here on the outer half. John Spate in inning number 3 of work for him today. About 37 pitches so far. This next one, pitch number 38 for Spate's outing. This will be ruled ball 1 of the AB. Evening things up here with Troy, the Dean leadoff man, 1-1. It's now as Troy squares to bunt, and that'll be ruled strike number 2 as he comes up short. As Spate 1 pitch away from getting his first out here in this third inning of play. Dean on top here, 1-0, scoring 1 run last inning in the second. Two-two pitch. A breaker up in the zone, chopped to the right side. Proctor fields. Spate receives the flip, covering the bag. Nice play there by Proctor and Spate. That'll be out number 1. Matt Callahan, leadoff man from last night, 2-hole hitter this afternoon. He'll be up next. He walked in his first AB. First of 2 back-to-back walks back in the first inning for Dean. Spate was ultimately able to get out of that inning, giving up no runs. This first one's in the dirt. Good job by Norris to keep it in front. One-0 pitch from Spate. This one high in the zone. And there's strike number one, inner half of the plate, a fastball. Count still in favor of Callahan. 2 balls and a strike, 1 man gone, nobody on here for Dean. Next pitch in the dirt, moving the count to 3-1. Dean 1-5 so far on their season, entering this afternoon's game on a 4-game losing streak. Number 4 coming to the Pacers last night, and that game one loss for Dean against the Pacers 13-3. 1-1 on the road is Dean. Full count here on Matt Callahan. No games played yet for Dean in conference, as they're a member of the New England Collegiate Conference. So now there's another strikeout and out number 2 here for John Spate in a clean 3rd inning so far through 2 ABs. That'll bring Brian Hayden up to the plate. A pitch to Hayden, a little bit off. That one rolled ball 1. 1-0 count here with 2 men out and nobody on for Dean in the top half of the 3rd. This one low and away. That'll be ruled ball 2. 2-0. Pitch high and away. So now the count moves to 3-0 here on Hayden. 3-hole hitter and the Dean right fielder. As this one will just be wild. Norris not even able to get up and catch that, and that's a quick 4-0 walk here with 2 men gone. So now pitching coach Dylan Finkst will come out and have a word with Spate. Able to get 2 quick outs and then a little bit of an ugly walk right there. We'll take a short break on the Pacers Sports Network. Top of the 3rd, 2 men gone, 1 man aboard now following the walk. Pacers trail to Dean 1-0. Freshman right-hander Peyton Howard will be the new arm and the first arm out of the Pacer bullpen, taking over here for John Spate with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd. Dean leading 1-0. 1 man aboard following the walk, which was the last play since the break. First pitch here from Howard, a ball, 1-0. as it's a fairly typical thing you'll see in these midweek games. A lot of times teams will, give their starter 2 or 3 innings, and they'll go give their relief pitchers, a lot of them that don't get as many opportunities, or even some that do, they just give them a little bit of work midweek and maybe even have each pitcher go 2 or 3 innings, as now Howard able to come in and get the third out on a pop fly to Logan Barber, and that'll end the top half of the third. Pacers coming to bat, still looking for their first hit of the day as we come back on the Pacers Sports Network. Bottom of the third coming up. Catcher Jake Norris will be up next here in the bottom half of the third. Dean on top here 1-0, following that 1 run that they scored in the top of the second. Ethan Bernardo, sophomore righty, still on the bump here in his third inning of work as Norris squares to bunt, gets one up the first base line. He may get there in time, dodges the tag, but the umpire will say that he got a piece of that tag, and there is out number 1 on 1 pitch. Pacers still looking for their first hit of the day. To the top of the Pacer lineup we go. Gavin Taylor, Pacer right fielder, will get things going here. He was called out in his first AB as he was hit by the pitch, but the umpire ruled that he leaned in to the pitch, and when that happens, a lot of times they'll call you out as the batter, which was the case there for Taylor. Big night last night for Taylor, 2 for 4, as he had 1 RBI, and he was responsible for 3 more runs for the Pacers as he crossed the plate 3 times. So 4 runs total Gavin Taylor played a role in that 13-3 win over Dean in Game 1 of this 2-game set last night. Taylor down in the count here, 0-1. One pitch to Taylor on the outside half. So that'll be ruled strike number 2. And this is on the outer half, but that'll even things up now at 2-2. Two-two pitch. Sent out to center field. Fish on the move, and he will track this one out there deep in center field. So there's 2 quick outs here for Bernardo in the bottom half of his third inning of work, and this third inning of the game, Dean still on top 1-0. Gavin Wheeler will be up next. He stole a base in his first AB. He was hit by pitch is how he got on, and was eventually thrown out at the plate, trying to be that first run of the game for the Pacers, which they are still looking for. So he takes a strike here, 0-1. Another pitch on the outside. That'll be ruled strike number 2. 0-2 hole here early for Wheeler. Fourth start of the season here for Wheeler. So he'll take ball number 1 in the dirt low. Wheeler working with a .333 average, as he's been one of the more productive, as now he gets hit again. 2 back-to-back. So now the umpire is going to have him come back to the box. Not 100% sure on that, but it'll be a 1-2 count here on Wheeler, as I'm assuming Wheeler, the umpire just ruled that he did not get out of the way. So now it'll be a 2-2 count as he takes ball number 2 there. 2-2 pitch swung on and missed, and there's out number 3. A nice clean 1-2-3 inning of work for Ethan Bernardo. And that'll conclude 3 total innings here from Carey. 1-0 to score. Dean leads at 1-0. Only 1 hit for them so far. Not a ton of offense really by either side, but just enough from Dean to get them a 1-0 lead. To the top of the 4th we go. Howard coming back to the mound as a reliever, the only reliever out of the Pacer bullpen, when we come back on the Pacer Sports Network. Jeff Sharnick will be up next here for Dean as we get things kicked off in the top of the 4th. As we approach the midway point here this afternoon. Sharnick, the catcher, he's 0 for 1, and he'll take strike number 1 right here. He left 2 men on. In his last AB, he grounded out. So now this one will be sent to the right side foul out of play. 1-1 or 0-2 count here on Sharnick. .02 pitch. This one low and away, a little off the plate as Sharnick started to go around, but he lays off and uses his better judgment there. 1-2 count now on Sharnick. Peyton Howard back on the mound for his 2nd inning of work out of the Pacer bullpen, as this one's fouled straight back. Howard will get a fresh ball, and we'll do it again at 1-2. Nobody out, nobody on. Dean leading 1-0 here in the top of the 4th. And swung on and missed. Good job there by Howard. Nice off-speed pitch with some good sinking action. Sharnick will just swing right over it. There's out number 1. So that'll bring Landon Fish, guy who got things going for Dean, had that leadoff triple back in the 2nd inning and ended up coming around following a sac ground ball that ended up scoring him from 3rd. It's that 1 and only run for Dean as he'll take ball 1 in the dirt, 1-0. Swung on and missed, evening the count at 1-1. Job there by Howard to come back and even things up. This one sent out to left field, as Wheeler will drift back, and that's dropped. No catch. And that'll be ruled an error out there on Gavin Wheeler and left. First error of the afternoon by William Peace. So now both Dean and the Pacers have one error apiece, and now Dean has a man in scoring position as it's Landon Fish out there for his second trip on the base pass. The first time was by a triple, this time by an error. So now this will be sent out to left field. That one by Lilja. Fish rounds third, throw to the plate, and it gets by Norris as the error will prove costly. And now it's 2-0 Dean. And what will be ruled a single, but Lilja able to take second on the throw to the plate here with one out. That'll bring Ben Chajette up to the plate. He's 1 for 1. Or he's got one RBI, 0-1 on a flyout, but he was able to score Fish in his first trip to the plate. That first of now 2 runs here for Dean in the top half of the fourth. Good job here by Norris to knock that down. As the first pitch is a ball in the dirt, 1-0. One-0 pitch, low, not in the dirt, but a bit too low there from Howard. One man gone, one aboard, following the single. As now this is in the dirt, bounces up and away from Norris, and Lilja will move up to third base, and now 90 feet away from being run number 3 for Dean. Three-zero pitch, catches the lower outside corner. Good job there from Howard to stay focused. This count's still well in favor of Chajette. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 man gone, and 1 at third. So now this one chopped up the right side. Foul. So now that'll take the count full. Good job by Howard to come right back following being down 3-0. 3-2 pitch. This one chopped to shortstop. Ward fields. Throw across the diamond, and there's out number 2. But meanwhile, Lilja able to score from third. It's the same way that they scored run number 1 back in the second. So now that'll be run number 3 as Dean goes up 3-0 here in the top of the fourth. Left fielder Bryce Riley up next. This will be low and away. Ball number 1 here for Howard. This one chopped in front of the plate, foul, evening the count at 1-1. One-two pitch. And that'll be taken for strike 3. Good job there by Howard. Following a little bit of adversity this inning to come back and get the strikeout, and that'll end the top half of the fourth. As an error by Gavin Wheeler out in left field proves costly. 2 runs scored there by Dean. They now lead 3-0. To the bottom of the fourth we go. You're listening to the Pacers Sports Network. DH and three-hole hitter for the Pacers, Tyshawn Barrett. He'll be up next to get things started in the bottom of the fourth. Ethan Bernardo, he'll get things going here in his fourth inning of work. This one on the outside, ball one to Barrett. There were a handful of hitters last night for the Pacers that were a big part of that big 13-3 win in that 10-run seventh inning that the Pacers were able to put together. Barrett, one of those guys, as he was able to go 3 for 4 last night. So he crossed the plate twice for 2 runs of his own. And he also drove in 2 more as well, responsible for 4 of those 13 runs that the Pacers scored last night in their Game 1 win here in this 2-game set. Currently trail here in Game 2, 3-0. The bottom of the fourth. Barrett sends one deep to center field. That one is long, and that's off the wall. No shot for the center fielder. So now he's chasing the ball as it ricochets off the wall. Barrett rounding third, and he'll hold up as he almost looked like he was going to try for the in-the-park homer. But Coach Chris Duty will just hold him up at third. Barrett picking up right where he left off. And a nice lead-off triple. Following his 3 for 4 night last night, he gets his first hit of the day, a leadoff triple off the wall in deep center left center field, out there in the gap near the USA Baseball sign to the left. Pacers now their first potential run of the game, 90 feet away, as Ward will chop this one foul, trying to get that run in. Pacers trailing 3-0 here in the fourth, but looking to get that first run. So Ward will likely be trying to just put something in play. This one low in the dirt. That'll be ball one, evening the count at 1-1. That leadoff triple, that was triple number 6 here for Barrett. Here in 2020. It's got 4 doubles to go with that as well. It's now sent down third base line, but foul, as Barrett had to duck to get out of the way. A common misconception about your bigger hitters or corner guys or DH guys such as Tyshawn Barrett is that, yeah, they can hit, but can they run? And that's one thing about Barrett that I've noticed personally, just he's really sneaky with his legs. He's got speed, and you wouldn't necessarily think that from a corner guy and a big hitter. So now this one's sent out to center field. And center fielder able to get there, as Barrett will just tag and jog on in. So this one's caught just in front of the track out in center field. Logan Barber will be next. Barber 0 for 1 in his first trip up to the plate. He flew out. So he'll take ball 1 high. Pacers on the board now, 3-1. They still trail by 2. As they get things started off on the right note here in the fourth, bottom half. 1-0 pitch, even higher than the first. 2-0 count now here on Barber. As the catcher Sharnick will come out and have a word with Bernardo at the mound. Barber looking for hit number 25 on the season as he fouls this away. That'll get a strike on him. He's still up in the count, 2-1. Barber working with a .421 average. He does lead the team in average. As he's 24 for 57. 2 6 doubles, 5 triples, 17 RBIs as well. Now this one's sent out to left field, and there's hit number 25 for Barber on the season. So he'll round first and have a 1-out stand-up double. Barber with his first hit of the night. That'll bring first baseman Tate Proctor up to the plate. One man gone, and now another man in scoring position as the Pacers try and chip away. Came into the inning down 3-0. Get that first run in from Tyshawn Barrett. 3-1 now. It's now run number 2 out at second base. Logan Barber following his 1-out double. Proctor will see what he can do. Struck out in his first AB. This one in the dirt. One oh the count here on Proctor. This one a bit high. That'll move the count to now 2 balls and no strikes as Proctor gets ahead with a man in scoring position at second base. Pacers looking to chip away at that 3-1 deficit. 2-0 pitch. Low in the dirt, and there's ball 3. Bernardo sets. Pitch number 50 coming up for him. This one's inside, and there's ball 4. 2 men on now is run number 2 at second base for the Pacers. Tying run at third as Proctor gets walked. At first as Proctor gets walked. Alex Seaton will be up next, Pacers second baseman, who walked in his first AB, stole a base as well. Few looks from Bernardo out to Barber at second. First pitch to Seaton, in there for strike number 1. Bernardo sets. Quick look out to Barber, comes to the plate with it. This one's sent out to the left side, and that's through the hole between short and third. Diving Lilja, not able to get it at third. Barber will hold, and now the base is loaded with Pacers. Jackson May coming up to the plate, 1 out, bases loaded. Big opportunity here for the Pacers, the best one they've had all day. They trail 3-1. Is the big thing right here for May, don't get doubled off. Bottom 4th, Pacers trailing 3-1. Bernardo sets. First pitch to May. In there for strike number 1, a bit high in the zone, but in the zone nonetheless. 0-1 count here now on May. Oh, 1 pitch. Way outside. So that'll leave in the count at 1-1. This one chopped foul, moving the count now to 1-2 for May. May 0 for 1, striking out in his first AB. He left one runner aboard. One-two pitch. This one outside close. A good eye there from May, and that'll leave him the count at 2-2. Min, bases loaded here for the Pacers. One man out. Two-two pitch to May. High and away. So now the count worked back full as Bernardo, one pitch away from potentially walking in run number 2 here for the Pacers. Second run of both the inning and the game. Little action up in that Dean bullpen. 3-2 pitch from Bernardo. Swung on and fouled as May stays alive. Gavin Taylor would be next, assuming the inning can extend past May. Three to 1 your score here in the bottom of the fourth from Carey. Bernardo sets and deals. This one low, and that's going to be a walk. Pacers walk in a run. Now making the score 3-2 as Barber will cross the plate. Bases still loaded. Catcher Jake Norris, lefty in the box, will hit here with one out and bases loaded full of Pacers. Pitch number 62 of Bernardo's day coming up here in a tough spot. This one swung on and missed. Nice location there from Bernardo on the outside. Norris swings right through. Norris 0 for 1 in his first AB. He grounded out. Oh, 1. This one low, and that's going to be a nice low strike from Bernardo, and now Norris in a quick 0-2 hole. Bernardo, 0-2 pitch to Norris, and this is going to be hit up the middle on the ground. Shortstop makes the play in the middle. And meanwhile, one run scores, and the second comes to the plate. Proctor able to score on the automatic movement. Force out made in the middle there at second base, but meanwhile, another run comes in from third, and the Pacers, just like that, take a 4-3 lead. We'll bring Gavin Taylor, leadoff man, up to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Check swing from Taylor, and that'll be rolled strike number 1. 0-1 count with 2 men gone. Man at first. Jake Norris following getting on by fielder's choice. Now a pickoff over to first. Norris gets back in sliding. Even though a fielder's choice that got Norris aboard, he does get 2 RBIs. Giving the Pacers a 4-3 lead here in the fourth as they came into the inning trailing 3-0. Very similar this fourth inning as last night's sixth inning. So now this one hits Taylor, as Taylor's just been a ball magnet. Second time he's been hit today, this being the only one that actually counted as a dead ball. Because if you'll recall back in the first, his first Technically, when he was hit by the pitch, they said he was out because he apparently leaned in. This one, no possible way for him to get out of the way. So just wear that and move up to first. Men at first and second here. Norris at second, Taylor at first. And now Gavin Wheeler will come up to the box hitting with 2 outs. Pacers leading 4-3. So this will get by the catcher in the dirt. Taylor moves to second, Norris moves to third, and now the Pacers have 2 more runs in scoring position in an inning that's, as I was saying a minute ago, it's very similar to last night's 6th inning. The Pacers came into the 6th last night trailing 2-1, and they end up leaving the inning leading 11-2. They came into this inning today trailing 3-0, and now they're up 4-3. 2 men gone, 2 more runs potentially in scoring position as Wheeler takes ball number 2. Two-0 pitch from Bernardo. This will be chopped foul on the right side. 2-1 count, still in favor of Wheeler, the Pacer left fielder. Two-one pitch. This one a nice breaking ball, floats over to the outside half, and that'll be 2-2 here on Pacer left fielder Gavin Wheeler as Bernardo evens things up in the count. Bernardo sets, gives a quick look at Norris at third. 2-2 pitch. Now sent out to left field in the air. Drifting back as Riley makes the play. Big 4th inning for the Pacers. They get 3 hits and score 4 runs. To the top of the 5th we go. Pacers now in the lead, 4-3. You're listening to the Pacers Sports Network. Peyton Howard able to get ahead here 0-1. So he'll be back in for his next inning of work out of the Pacer bullpen. One and only pitcher out of that Pacer bullpen so far today. Pacers leading 4-3 following a 4-run bottom half of the 4th. 1-1 pitch. This one sent out to the left side. Troy, the leadoff man for Dean. Wheeler makes the catch. They'll bring Matt Callahan to the plate, junior from Attleboro, Massachusetts. 0 for 1 with a strikeout so far today. He's been walked as well. 1 out, no men on. 0-0 pitch on the outside half. Good spot there from Howard. So now this will be ripped down third base line, fielded by Barber. Throw across. As Proctor not able to handle what was a low throw, but it looked catchable. So that'll be an error here with 1 out on the Pacers. Still leading 4-3 here in the top of the 5th. Brian Hayden will be next. This one in the dirt, 1-0 count to start off Hayden. Hayden, the right fielder for Dean. He's walked twice so far this afternoon. A few looks over from Howard. So now this one in the dirt is Callahan able to take second. Ball in the dirt. Norris not quite able to keep that in front. So it went behind him just a bit, just enough for Callahan to take second. As now Dean has their tying run in the scoring position at second with 1 man gone. Pacers on top 4-3 here in the top of the 5th. This one low and in. Now a 3-0 count here on Hayden. 3-0. On the outer half, but not quite in the zone. So that'll be a 1 out walk, putting 2 men aboard now. Go ahead run for Dean now at first. That'll bring Andrew Dorito to the plate. Dorito, the DH man. He's 0 for 2 so far today. This one in the dirt. Callahan will advance from second to third. Hayden will hold at first. So now Dean has men at the corners. That tying run now just 90 feet away at third. One 0 pitch. This one shanked to the right side out of play. Leaving the count 1-1 here for Dorito. This one up the middle to the shortstop Ward. Play made at second and turn made by Seaton. Good job there from Ward to Seaton to Proctor on the double play to get out of a potential jam. That'll end the top half of the 5th, and as we now hit the midway point through this game this afternoon in Game 2 of this 2-game set, Pacers on top 4-3. They put up 4 runs in their last trip to the plate. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Your Pacers lead it 4-3. You're listening to the Pacers Sports Network. Ethan Bernardo done for the day as the starter on the bump for Dean. He got through 4 innings of work, 70 pitches total thrown, giving up 3 hits, 4 runs, all 4 of those earned, walking 3, striking out 5. So now it'll be Colton Fitzsimmons, junior right-hander from Fairhaven, Massachusetts. He'll be up next, and he'll face Tyshawn Barrett. Here's the Pacers lead 4-3 in the bottom half of the 5th. Pacers coming alive in the last inning, dropping 4 runs and ultimately giving themselves a 1-run lead here about halfway through this matchup this afternoon out at the USA National Training Complex in Cary. 1-0 count here on Barrett as he steps back in the box. 1-0 pitch from Fitzsimmons. High and in, that'll be ball 2. 2-0 count here for Barrett. Barrett, who went 3 for 4 last night, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs as well in that win over Dean. Able to continue where he left off in his last AB with a stand-up triple. He's 1 for 2 so far today. Scored a run. One of those 4 runs to come through for the Pacers last inning. This one in the dirt, ball 3. 3-1 commanding count here for Barrett. Shortstop Hunter Ward on deck for the Pacers. He's got an RBI as well. This one on the outside half, but not quite enough, as that'll be a leadoff walk here for Colton Fitzsimmons in his first batter face today. Be interesting to see as shortstop Hunter Ward comes up to the plate. It'll be interesting to see because last night, once the Pacers were able to knock out the starter, that's just when the floodgates opened. They ended up scoring 5 runs on the starter for last night. It's now Hunter Ward hitting with a man on first. It'll be a first pitch strike. Fitzsimmons sets. 0-1 pitch. Barrett on the move. He will steal second. Stolen base number 12 on the season for Tyshawn Barrett. He leads the Pacers with stolen bases. This one will be a breaking ball inside. That'll be ball 3. Fitzsimmons, a few looks out to Barrett, and this will be strike number 2, fouled away. 2-2 count now for Ward. It will be interesting to see, as I was saying just a moment ago, because once the Pacers were able to put up 5 runs on the starter for Dean on the mound, McAloon, once they were able to do that, that's when the floodgates opened, and they ended up scoring 8 more, which led to their 13-3 win last night. They put up 4 runs last inning on the starter Bernardo, so it's very similar how it's set up from last night to this night. This afternoon. It's very similar. We'll see if the same thing happens here for the Pacers, as they do have another run in scoring position following Barrett getting on by way of walk and stealing second. So this one's in the dirt. Now he's on his way to third. Throw down not in time, and Barrett takes third. Meanwhile, Ward will walk. Men at the corners now. Ward at first, Barrett at third. Logan Barber will be up next. He's 1 for 2. He's got a run as well. able to get hit number 25 on his season last trip around. Pickoff move to first. Ward able to slide back in. Barrett will hold at third. Men at the corners, no men out. Pacers leading 4-3 here in the bottom of the fifth. Fitzsimmons sets. Ward on his way to second. Fake throw to second, and then just a fake throw out to third. So now 2 minutes scoring position here for the Pacers. Logan Barber at the plate, who doubled in his last AB. One-zero pitch. This one sent out to left field. A deep fly ball in the left field gap. And that's going to get down. Barber has at least two. Barrett scores. Ward on his way to the plate. Barber on his way to third, as Barber drives in two more. Two straight doubles here for Barber this afternoon. He will advance to third on the throw to the plate. So now Barber is 2 for 3 on his day at the plate. Two doubles. And now the Pacers lead at 6-3. It'll bring first baseman Tate Proctor up to the plate. Walked in his last AB, ended up coming around and scoring a run. One of those 6 that the Pacers have so far here in the bottom of the fifth. 4 runs scored last inning in the fourth, and now 2 here in the fifth, and another one 90 feet away at third. Barber following his no-out 2 RBI double. As Proctor chases a bit here in the dirt. Looked like he was pressing just a bit. O2 hole here early for Proctor in the AB. Fitzsimmons facing some adversity here in his first inning of work. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed in the dirt, dropped third strike. Charnock keeps it in front and gets a throw down to first, and there's out number 1. Barber will hold at third. Alex Seaton up to bat now. Seaton 1 for 1. He's walked as well today. He scored a run. Stole a base as well, as he'll hit here with 1 man gone. Logan Barber in scoring position at third, 90 feet away, and the Dean infield will be playing in just on the cut of the grass. Trying to cut down Barber. Is now a squeeze play. Barber on his way to the plate, and he spins, but he'll get tagged out. The squeeze attempt will fail. Not sure why Seaton pulled back on the attempt, as that's just a giant no-no on a squeeze play, because on that play, the guy from third, he's on his way to the plate on the pitch regardless, and as a hitter, you have to at least try and get something down or make some type of poke at it. You cannot pull back in that position, and it results in Barber getting thrown out. So now this next pitch in the dirt, 2-0 here for Seaton. Swung on and missed. This one low. Count still in favor of Seaton. No men on. Pacers leading 6-3 here in the bottom of the fifth. 2 men gone. This one in the dirt and outside, moving the count to 3-1. 3-1 pitch, grounded to the third base side. Lil Jeff Fields, routine play across the diamond, and that will end the 5th inning. Pacers score 2 right there as they advance that lead from 4-3 to 6-3. To the top half of the 6th we go from Cary. Pacers lead at 6-3. You're listening to the Pacers Sports Network. Austin Padgett will take to the mound next out of the Pacer bullpen as we get things started here in the top of the 6th. Pacers on top here 6-3. Austin Padgett, this is his 3rd appearance of the season as he got an inning of work in the loss against Guilford on March 4th, and he got an inning and a third in the loss to Piedmont just this past weekend. His first pitch will be ball number 1. Padgett, so far in his 2 appearances this season, has only given up 1 hit, 1 walk. He's got 1 strikeout as well, that 1 hit being a double against Piedmont. So now the first batter he'll face will get on by a dead ball. So that'll be Jeff Sharnick, the catcher, that'll move up to first base. With nobody out and 1 man on now here for Dean as they trail 6-3 in the top of the 6th. Landon Fish, who was the first run to cross for Dean, he'll be up next. Fish, who hit one off the wall in the deep right field gap back in the 2nd inning. He'll take ball number 1 way off the plate here from Padgett. This next pitch inside. Fish will just get out of the way of that, and that'll advance the count to 2 balls, no strikes. And now pitching coach Dylan Finks will come have a word with Padgett following a leadoff hit by pitch, and now down 2-0 to Fish. We'll take a short break and return here in the 6th inning. Pacers up 6-3. You're listening to the Pacers Sports Network. Landon Fish working with a 2-0 count as he'll take a fastball, more like a breaking ball in the dirt and away. It'll be ball number 3. Fish through 20 at-bats entering today's game working with a 200 average, 400 slugging percentage. So now this will be high and a quick 4-0 walk. So that'll be back-to-back runners put on. First one hit by pitch, second one walked. That'll bring Lilja, the third baseman for Dean, up to the box. With nobody out, 2 men aboard as Lilja is the tying run. Pacers on top here in the top of the 6th, 6-3. Only 2 hits so far for Dean. It's now a square up to bunt, pulled back by Lilja. That'll be ruled ball number 1. 5 straight for Padgett. So now the catcher, Jake Norris, will come up and have a quick word with Padgett. A little bit of action moving around in that Pacer bullpen. Same can be said for Dean on the other side. As now Coach Finks will come out for a second time this inning, as that should be all for Padgett. New pitcher coming out of the Pacer bullpen when we return. Top of the 6th inning from Cary. Pacers on top 6-3. You're listening to the Pacers Sports Network. Isaiah Ortega will be up next here out of the Pacer bullpen, top half of the 6th. Pacers still leading at 6-3 ever since they took the lead back in the 4th inning. Padgett, quick 2 batters after he hit the first and walked the second. Ortega, a junior righty from Bunn, North Carolina, product of Bunn High School. This will be his 6th appearance of the year. He's appeared in 2 wins and 3 losses for the Pacers so far, most recently against Piedmont this past weekend. He's gotten a total across those 5 games of 3 innings, giving up 1 hit, 2 runs, both of those earned, and he's also walked 2. So now he'll face Daniel Lilja, the Dean third baseman, for his first bit of action today. First pitch will be ruled ball number 2. As Padgett got Lilja started off with ball number 1 before he exited the game. 2-0 count here on Lilja, 2 men aboard. Tying run at the plate here for Dean as they trail 6-3. Next one on the outside and close, but that'll be ruled ball number 3. .30 pitch. That'll be in there low and on the outside half for strike number 1. Good job there from Ortega. This one in the dirt, and that'll be a leadoff walk, at least as far as Ortega's outing is concerned. That'll be third batter of the inning and third batter put on. 2 back-to-back walks. First one was by a hit by pitch. So now Dean finds himself in an interesting spot here, trailing 3. No men out, bases loaded full of Bulldogs, as that'll bring Ben Chajette to the plate. Chajette's already got 2 RBIs today. He's 0 for 2, but those came off of 2 groundouts. So he was able to drive that first and third run in with men at third. Just able to put a nice ground ball up the middle on the shortstop side is how he scored both of those, almost identical. So now he's down in the count here quickly, 0-2. Good job here from Ortega. It's Chajette working with bases loaded and no men out. So he is the go-ahead run, tying run on first. 0-2 pitch from Ortega. Breaking ball just misses. And that'll be ball number 1. 1-2 count here on Chajette. One-two pitch. And this is sent out to the right field gap, and Chajette comes through again. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. As Chajette has his 3rd and 4th RBIs of the game on a double. Dean now brings it within 1, 6-5, following the double from Chajette. What a day for Chajette, as he's driven in 4 runs. This being the first one on an actual hit. First 2 were on just ground balls, able to score a guy from third, but this time he hits one into the right field gap to bring home 2. So now he's on second in scoring position. Lil Joe, the third baseman, at third in scoring position following the double. Pacers infield playing in. So now the tying run just 90 feet away. Ortega still out on the mound as he throws strike number 1. This will be Bryce Riley, junior left fielder, to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He struck out once today. 0-1 pitch in the dirt. Good job by Norris to keep it in front. 1-1 count. Next pitch in the dirt as well, and Norris blocks it up as well. Count now moves in favor of Riley, 2-1. Matthew Troy, leadoff man for Dean, is on deck. No men gone just yet. Runners at second and third, as Dean has made this into a ball game once again here in the top half of the 6th, scoring 2 runs on that double from Chajette. 2-1 pitch in the dirt, as now it'll be 3-1. Not sure where Troy's heading, as it's 3 balls and a strike. All 3 of those balls in the dirt and outside from Ortega. So he was able to start Riley off with a nice strike down the middle, but the next ones have been in the dirt. Ortega sets. 3-1 pitch. That one on the outside, and Ortega takes it to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So he's 1 pitch away from getting his first out of the inning out of the Pacer bullpen. Ortega gets the sign, comes set. 3-2 pitch. In the dirt. Meanwhile, Lil Joe will score and the game is tied. A wild pitch for ball number 4. All 4 of the balls thrown there in the dirt. Norris able to keep the first 3 in front. Not the case there. So now Chajette moves to third. Riley will stay at first following the walk. And just like that, we are knotted up at 6 apiece here in the top of what's been a 3-run 6th inning for the Pacers, and that should be all for Ortega. New pitcher coming from the Pacer bullpen. Dean ties it up at 6 apiece. We'll be right back on the Pacers Sports Network. Leadoff man Matthew Troy will be up next here for Dean as they have tied it up here in the top half of the 6th. They've scored 3. First pitch, a ball. It'll be Jay Montgomery, sophomore lefty from Henderson, North Carolina, transferring this season from Barton College. He'll be up next here as he throws strike number 1 against Troy, the Dean leadoff man. Men at the corners here. Chajette over at third, Riley at first, following a walk. Go-ahead run for Dean, just 90 feet away at third. Chajette, following his 2 RBI doubles. Now this is in the dirt. Riley caught in the middle. Throw goes to first, now to second. Throw in time, and a tag out made by Seaton. Nice play there. Chajette will hold at third. So there's a nice out, number 1. Good job there by Proctor to keep an eye on Chajette in third and get an accurate throw over to second base in time. Now time called in the box by Troy. Two-one pitch away, and now a throw down to third base. Chajette gets back in time. Count will move to 3-1. Inside for a ball, and that'll be ball 4 here. Putting men back at the corners. 6-6 your score. One man gone. Men at the corners for Dean. That'll bring Matt Callahan up to the plate. Oh, pitch inside. And now that's going to be a dead ball, loading the bases full. Wasn't sure if Callahan had gotten out of the way, but that'll be a dead ball as Montgomery puts him on. Bases loaded here, one man out. It'll be Hayden, the right fielder for Dean. He'll be up here with one man out, bases loaded. First pitch in the dirt. Good job by Norris to keep it in front. It'll be ball one. 6-6 your score here in the top of the sixth. Next pitch going to be ruled ball number 2. A 2-0 hitter's count here for Hayden. Hayden walked 3 times so far today as he gets strike number 1 right down the middle. Count still in his favor at 2 balls and a strike. Two one. This one low. And now this is in the dirt, and that'll walk in the go-ahead run. Dean back on top, 7-6. Pitching coach Dylan Finks will come out now, and that'll likely mean another pitching change here in the sixth. Dean takes the lead by way of a walk with bases loaded. 7-6 your score here in the top of the sixth from Cary. We'll be back after a short break right here on the Pacers Sports Network. Andrew Dorito, he'll be up next here following Dean taking the lead after the walk with bases loaded. That put Hayden at first base, Callahan at second, Troy at third. Bases still loaded here for Dean. One man gone and a ball thrown here for the new pitcher, Berger. That'll be strike number one on the outside half. Berger, usually the game two starter for the Pacers, but he comes here in an interesting situation with really just the Pacer bullpen unraveling, giving up 4 runs here in the top of the 6th and Dean taking the lead back 7-6. Berger, USA South Pitcher of the Week a few weeks ago after his performance in Game 2 against Mary Washington, where he was able to go the distance in that win. So now he'll throw a breaking ball, and they're close, but it'll be roll ball number 2, 2-1. Two-one pitch. This one on the outer corner. Good pitch there from Berger. And that'll be a 2-2 count. Philip Berger, freshman righty from Hillsborough, North Carolina. 2-2 pitch here with bases loaded. And now that'll be chopped down third base line, foul. Two-two pitch. Swung on and missed. Norris keeps this in front, and that'll be out number 2. Nice strikeout there to open up Philip Berger's day out of the Pacer bullpen. Bases still loaded, 2 men gone. Dean leads it now, 7-6 here in a 4-run top half of the 6th. That'll bring Jeff Sharnick, the catcher, for Dean. That'll bring him up to the box. Sharnick 0 for 2. He's got 1 run. Hit by a pitch in one of his at-bats as well, and a ground out in the other. So now he gets ahead in the count, 1-0. 1-0 pitch. This one's skied to the right side and out of play, evening the count at 1-1. Two-out walk, loads the bases full. Strike number 1 in here to Fish. Fish 1 for 2. So sky this one in the infield, right side. And Alex Seaton will call this off and make the play. And there's an into a long inning for the Pacers. Dean retakes the lead 8-6. Only 3 hits for Dean, just really a lack of being able to throw strikes by the bullpen. And that will result in a 5-run 6th inning. Pacers coming to bat. They trail 8-6, heading to the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to the Pacer Sports Network. Freshman Kyle Obst will be the new arm out on the mound here for Dean as they take the lead earlier in this inning, 8-6. Bottom half of the 6th, here we go. So it'll be Jackson May to lead things off. May 0 for 1 so far, but he does have an RBI and a walk. Getting an RBI. Getting that RBI, walking in a run. This next pitch will be in the dirt, moving us to 2-0. Next pitch in there, that'll be strike number 1 in the first strike here for Obst. This one inside. That'll move the count to 3-1 here for May. Three-one pitch and close, but that'll be ruled ball number 4 as May has his second walk of the game, and that'll be a leadoff walk here as Obst is the next arm out of the Dean bullpen. Jake Norris, the catcher for Peace, he'll be up next. Pacers trailing 8-6 here in the bottom of the 6th. Norris squares to bunt, gets another one to the right side. He's up the line, and the throw no good as Troy not able to handle the throw from the pitcher Obst on the bunt play, as that'll be ruled an error. Norris gets aboard and stays at first. May moves over to third and is in scoring position. Pacers trailing 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Leadoff man Gavin Taylor for the Pacers back up with men at the corners. So now Obst will step off the rubber. Oh pitch. Taylor squares to bunt, gets one up the first base line. Throw not in time to get May, and the Pacers get 1 run closer. So now they only trail by a run, 8-7. As Taylor will reach by a fielder's choice. He'll stay at first. Norris will be at second. Gavin Wheeler, 2-hole hitter and a left fielder for the Pacers. He will be up next. Nobody out yet, as he may very likely score at a bunt as well, which would be 3 straight here for the Pacers as they try and get back in. Trailing here 8-7. And now Wheeler squares to bunt, pulls back, and that'll get past the catcher. So now the pass ball will essentially do what Wheeler wanted to do anyway on the bunt. Runners will move now to second and third. It'll be Taylor at second. And it'll be Norris at third. So now it looks like we'll have a change on the mound as Coach May of Dean will head out to the mound. We'll take a short break and return on the Pacers Sports Network. Pacers trailing 8-7 here in the bottom of the 6th. Gavin Wheeler will take back to the box. He's got a 1-0 count. Men at second and third following the wild pitch. It'll be Matt Callahan, the new guy out on the mound, coming in from shortstop. So he'll throw ball number 2, 2-0 count here on Gavin Wheeler. With nobody out, he'll likely just be looking to put something in play to get at least one run in. Tying run 90 feet away, Pacers trailing 8-7 here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch outside, count moves to 3-0 as Callahan in danger of walking the bases loaded here with nobody out. .30 count. That'll be a strike on the outside. Count still in favor of Wheeler, 3-1. Swung on and missed. And now just like that, Callahan works the count back 3-2. Callahan sets. Pitch hit to the left side as Norris gets caught in a pickle between home and third. And now Gavin Taylor gets caught between second and third. And now we'll see what the call is, as everybody seems to be confused down on the field. It looked like the tag was made on Jake Norris. As now it looks like they're going to say Norris did not get tagged. And it looks like Gavin Taylor will end up being safe at third. Meanwhile, Gavin Wheeler moves up to second base following the pickle plays. So now the umpires will have a quick conversation. So it looks like they're going to say that Norris did in fact score, which if that is the case, that would tie things up here 8-8. Here in the bottom of the 6th, it would Gavin Taylor, who got caught in the second pickle play in that situation we just had, he'll be staying at third. Gavin Wheeler advances to second, so now the Pacers have 2 men in scoring position. Wheeler at second, Taylor at third. It'll be Tyshawn Barrett up next as the Pacers have knotted it back up at 8-8. And so now it looks like the umpire and Coach Chris Duty will have a conversation. We'll go to a short break here on the Pacer Sports Network while we get things situated. Not 100% sure what the confusion is, but we'll take a short break and we'll return here in the 6th inning. Assuming Norris scores, score will be 8-8. Pacers tie it here in the 6th. We'll now resume play here on the Pacer Sports Network following that little bit of confusion on every angle, as Norris's run will count, and so it will be tied up at 8-8. Gavin Taylor, who wasn't initially going to stay at third, he's now moving back to second. Gavin Wheeler moves back to first, so everybody takes a step back, but Norris's run does count at the plate. Both runners on the move, double steal. Taylor is called safe. Throw well in time, but tag not made in time. Gavin Wheeler safe at second, so now back where they were initially following all of the confusion. It's Tyshawn Barrett at the plate with the 2-0 count. Barrett, the 3-hole in the DH guy for the Pacers today. He's 1 for 2. He's been walked as well. He's scored 2 of the 8 runs that the Pacers have brought across the plate in an 8-8 ball game here in the bottom of the 6th. Ball 3 outside. Barrett started the swing, but he holds back in time. And now a big swing by Barrett as he nearly falls over. Still nobody out. 2 men in scoring position here for the Pacers. Gavin Taylor 90 feet away, the go-ahead run. Here in an 8-8 ball game in the bottom of the 6th. Pacers scoring 2 runs this inning. And now Barrett takes a big hack at this one as it's fouled back. Three-two pitch. This one skied up in the infield, left side. As the shortstop DeVidio will take control, and he'll make out number 1. That'll bring shortstop Hunter Ward to the plate now, still with 2 men in scoring position. Taylor at third, Wheeler at second. Tied at 8 apiece. Pacers scoring all of the last 3 innings, including this one, scoring 4 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and now 2 here in the 6th. O pitched to Ward on the outside, called a strike. Swing and a miss. That'll even the count, or take the count to now 0-2. 2 men on here for the Pacers. 1 man gone. Hunter Ward in an 0-2 early hole. And now a high and away pitch will be ruled ball number 1. Count still in favor of Callahan. 1-2 pitch outside, and they'll even the count at 2-2. Gavin Taylor will hold at third as the catcher Sharnick able to keep this in front. And now a fly ball, shallow left field gap, center fielder coming in. And that ball's going to drop. Taylor will score. Wheeler on his way to third. As Ward will leg out all the way to second base. Pacers take the lead here in the 6th, 9-8. In a bloop double by the shortstop Hunter Ward. Now Gavin Wheeler 90 feet away in scoring position as the Pacers have a 9-8 lead. Now 3 runs here in the 6th. Logan Barber at the plate. Barber 2 for 3, 1 run and 2 RBIs so far today. This one in the dirt and outside. Wheeler will hold. Good job by Sharnick, the catcher for Dean, to keep this in front. 7 hits so far for the Pacers this afternoon. So they take a 9-8 lead. This one outside, a close call, but it'll be ruled strike number 1, evening the count at 1-1. Tate Proctor, first baseman for the Pacers, would be next. 1-1 pitch. This one swung on and missed on a nice off-speed pitch from Callahan as Barber now down 1-2. This one in the dirt. So that'll even the count now at 2-2 here for Logan Barber. And now that takes the count to full. This one on the outside. Three-two pitch coming up here for Barber from Callahan. This one on the outside, and that'll walk the bases full. Bringing first baseman Tate Proctor to the plate. Bases loaded, 1 man gone. Pacers on top here in the bottom 6, 9-8. This one inside. Ball 1 as Tate Proctor gets ahead. Outside strike, nice location there for Callahan, even in the count at 1-1. Gavin Wheeler, the runner at third. Hunter Ward, Pacer shortstop, the runner at second. And Logan Barber, the runner at first, following his one-out walk just a moment ago. This one swung on and missed by Proctor. There's strike number 2. So now he's down in the count 1-2. Swung on and missed. Proctor goes down swinging. And that'll be an out number 2. Bringing second baseman Alex Seaton to the plate here with 2 men gone and bases loaded for the Pacers as they lead at 9-8 here in the bottom of the 6th. Oh, pitch to Seaton on the outside. That'll be strike number 1 as Callahan gets ahead. Oh, 1 pitch. This one skied to the left side. Still in the infield. Shortstop DeVidio, who caught the first out of the inning for a pop fly. He'll catch the third and put an end to what's been a long 6th inning on both sides. Dean scores 5 this inning. The Pacers score 3. Pacers lead it after 6, 9-8. To the top of the 7th we go from Cary. You're listening to the Pacers Sports Network. Daniel Lilja, third baseman for Dean. He'll take over here at the plate and get things started for the Bulldogs. They trail 9-8. Austin Skipper will be the new pitcher out on the mound here for Peace. First pitch in there for strike number 1. Skipper able to even the count here, 1-1. Skipper with 5 really solid innings of works, keeping Piedmont scoreless this past Sunday in Game 3 in the 3-2 loss to Piedmont in the deciding game of that series. As he comes in here, trying to hold this 9-8 lead for the Pacers. Pacers scoring 3 runs in the last inning after Dean took back the lead in the top of the 6th inning. Lil Joe ahead here, 3-1. Ground ball to the right side. Seaton stays down. Fields throws. And there is out number 1. So that'll bring Ben Chajette to the plate. Chayette 1 for 3. He's got 4. He's responsible for 5 of the 8 runs for Dean. 4 RBIs, and he scored and crossed the plate once himself. So he'll take strike 1 here from Austin Skipper. Skipper getting ahead here following the ground out to Alex Seaton, and a check swing. The umpire will say that'll be strike 2 as Chayette gets in a quick 0-2 hole. Bryce Riley, junior outfielder, on deck for Dean. Oh-2 pitch in the dirt low. That'll be ball 1, 1-2 count. One-two pitch. In the dirt, same as the last, and it'll be same result. Evening the count at 2-2. Count moves now to full, 3-2. Good battle here. And good job from Chayette to come back. Got down to a quick 0-2 hole. Now the count is full. And now there's going to be a walk for Chayette with 1 out, as he'll be the first runner on board here for Dean. There'll be now a pinch runner here for Dean in place of Chayette, Thomas Troy. He'll be aboard here. Leadoff hitter for Dean. He'll come in as the pinch runner. Throw down as Troy steals the bag. Troy, who came in to pinch run late last night as well. He'll swipe a bag here late, top 7. Piece on top, 9-8. Eight runs here for Dean through only 3 hits. That's just been mainly due to the fact it's just been a struggle to throw strikes here tonight for the Pacers. A lot of walks, a couple hit by pitches, and always a bad formula there when you just walk, and then a timely hit brings in several runs. And that's pretty much how those 8 runs got across for Dean. Piece still on top here, 9-8. Troy at second base. Skipper checks and heads to the plate. That'll be a strike swinging, evening the count at 1-1. This one high, 2-1 count. Nice play by Seaton over to first, as Proctor able to keep his foot on the bag. That'll be out number 2. Meanwhile, Troy will move over to third base. Potential tying run just 90 feet away now with 2 outs. That'll bring Matthew Troy, to the plate as his brother, the pinch runner, just 90 feet away at third base. 1-0 pitch to Troy. This is high. That'll move the count to now 2-0. Troy squares to bunt. He'll pull back, and that'll be ball number 3. 3-0 count here for Troy. Skipper in danger of a 2-out walk that would put men at the corners here for Dean. 3-0 pitch in there for a nice low strike. Skipper breaks into the strike column here against Troy. Now this one high and away, and there will be a 2-out walk here for Skipper, putting men at the corners. Pinch runner Thomas Troy at third, his brother and second baseman for Dean, Matthew Troy, who'll be at first following the walk. Matt Callahan, shortstop and now relief pitcher as of the last inning. He'll be up next as he has a quick word with his coach, Ernie May, head coach of the Dean Bulldogs. Tying run 90 feet away at third. Piece currently up 9-8 here in the top of the 7th. 2 men gone. Force out at second and first here for the Pacers. Troy on his way to second. Throw cut off by Seaton. So now both Troys in scoring position. Thomas Troy at third, Matthew Troy at second. Matt Callahan ahead in the count at the plate, 1-0. Two-0 pitch to Callahan on the outside, but not quite enough. 3-0 count. Pitch, that's on the outside, and there is another walk here for Skipper. So that'll load the bases full. 2 pitchers getting loose in that Pacer bullpen, 2 as well in the Dean bullpen. Bases now loaded here for Dean. It'll be Hayden, the right fielder for Dean, up at the plate. This one sent out to center field, left side. And May will put that one away and get out of a bases loaded jam. Throwing strikes a bit of an issue tonight for the Pacers, but they still lead at 9-8 after the top of the 7th. To the bottom half we go here on the Pacer Sports Network. Jackson May will be at the plate next for the Pacers to lead off the bottom half of the 7th. Pacers scoring in each of their last 3 innings, scoring 4 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and 3 last inning in the 6th as they lead here 9-8. First pitch in there for a strike on May. Catcher Jake Norris on deck. Callahan back on the mound for Dean, delivers strike number 2. This one swinging for May. Pitch number 24 from Callahan. This one outside for ball number 1. Count now moves to 1-2. This one fouled straight back. Count will stay where it is, and we'll do it again at 1-2. Nobody out, nobody on here for the Pacers in the bottom half of the 7th. 1-2 pitch, a little low, evening the count now at 2-2. Two-two pitch from Callahan. High, and now Jackson May works an 0-2 situation now at 3-2. Good job by Jackson May to battle back. Callahan sets, goes through his windup, 3-2 pitch to May. This one popped up to center field. Center fielder on the run, and this one is over his head. That'll be at least a double for May. May on his way to third. Throw cut off, coming into third, not in time. And Jackson May with a leadoff triple. Landon Fish, the center fielder for Dean, playing way too shallow. And Jackson May makes him pay right there as he just gets one over Fish's head out in center field. Run number 10 for the Pacers, 90 feet away, following the leadoff triple from Jackson May. Jake Norris, catcher, will be up next. Infield in here for Dean, nobody out. First pitch, and Norris lays off. It's a bit high. That'll be ball 1, 1-0 count. As now they'll just put Norris on. That way they'll have a double play in the middle. That'll bring leadoff man Gavin Taylor to the plate. Taylor hitting now with men at the corners, nobody out. Norris, the guy at first, after he was put on. Now a pick over to first. Norris gets back in. Jackson May at third base following his leadoff triple. Oh, pitch to Taylor. He squares to bunt, gets it to the right side. Callahan fields and gets the throw to first base. As now Taylor makes contact with the first baseman. Jeff Sharnick. So now Coach Ernie May will come out and have an issue with that, I'm sure, but it'll do no good as he'll just head back to the Dean dugout. One man gone following the ground out from Taylor. Men still in scoring position, second and third. Piece still on top here, 9-8. Gavin Wheeler, the two-hole hitter, up next. Bottom half of the 7th. 0-0 pitch on the outside. That'll be ball 1. And now that'll get by the catcher, and Hunter Ward will score. That'll be run number 10. Norris will move to third. He is now in scoring position 90 feet away. Pacers take a 10-8 lead here in the 7th inning. So they've now scored through 4 straight innings. 4 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, and now the first one here in the 7th. .3-0 now here on Wheeler. Jake Norris at third. Pitch outside. First strike of the AB. Wheeler still ahead on Gallagher here. This one sent out shallow right field gap. Center fielder coming in, and it'll be the right fielder to make the play. Norris will tag, and he will score. Pacers now up 11-8, following the sac fly from Gavin Wheeler. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 7th. Not only have the Pacers scored in each of the last 4 innings, where they've scored all of those 11 runs, they have scored more than 1 run in each of those innings as well. Now Tyshawn Barrett will be up here with 2 outs. Nobody on for the Pacers following 2 runs scored. This one inside to Barrett and low. That'll be ball 1. Ball 2 crosses just on the outside, and so 2-0 count here for Barrett. Barrett, the 3-hole hitter and the DH today for the Pacers. Looking to make something happen here late. Ground ball between short and third, and Barrett has another hit. First pitch high and in to the shortstop Hunter Ward for the Pacers following Tyshawn Barrett's 2-out single. Pacers on top here 11-8. Barrett on his way to second, no throw necessary as Barrett swipes yet another bag. Stolen base number 13 on the year for him, leading the Pacers by a wide margin in that category. The next best is 7. Now this one's sent out to center field, solid. Center fielder on the move, and it's over the head of the center fielder. Barrett scores easily. Ward on his way to third. Throw misses the cutoff man, and the shortstop will just hold. As Hunter Ward now with an RBI triple here with 2 outs. Pacers now up 12-8. This one on the outside. Logan Barber now at the plate. Barber gets ahead in the count here, 1-0. Pitch high and in, now 2-0 to Barber. Pitch high and in to Barber, and that's going to be a 2-out walk, putting him in at the corners. Is now Nick Montrose will check in for the first time today. Montrose, who's been having an effect here in several of his appearances. He'll hit here with 2 outs and men at the corners. Logan Barber at first. Hunter Ward at third. Pacers on top, 12-8. They've scored 3 runs here in the bottom of the 7th. Montrose hitting .286. He's 4 for 14. Is now throw cut off and sent to the plate, and there's out number 3 as Hunter Ward tried to swipe the plate following Barber moving to second. And that will end the 7th inning. 3 runs scored there by the Pacers. To the top of the 8th we go. They're 6 outs away from another win number 12 on the season. We'll be back on the Pacers Sports Network. Pacers lead at 12-8. Brian DeVidio will be up next, and he'll be the first one to face Sam Petticord out of the Peace bullpen. Typically a starter for the Pacers and USA South Pitcher of the Week several weeks ago. Peace on top here, 12-8, as now the umpire calls time in the box. Mid wind-up for Petticord. This one in the dirt. 2-0 count now here for DeVidio. Nobody on, nobody out for Dean. Top 8, they trail 12-8. Only 3 hits so far for Dean. It's just been mostly Peace struggling to throw strikes and putting a lot of men on. And then, those 3 hits been timely hits where they've knocked several runs in. But a lot of runs have been walked in, hit by pitch in. It's just That's been the main struggle tonight for the Pacers, even though they do lead by 4, as now Petticord gets into the strike column, 3-1. This one low, and there's a leadoff walk. That'll bring Jeff Sharnick to the plate. Following the leadoff walk, Nick Montrose now taking over at first base for Matt Proctor. Ground ball to the right side. Seaton fields, no play at second. He'll just go over to first with it. So now the runner will move up to second. Out number 1 made here for Petticord. Landon Fish will be up next. He's got a runner in scoring position. This one outside. One 0 pitch high and in. That'll be a 2-0 count now here for Petticord. Two 0 pitch right down the middle. Two 1 pitch grounded to the left side. And there is out number 2, Parker Fernstrom, the new guy over at shortstop, making the play. It's now Daniel Lilja, third baseman for Dean. He'll be up here with 2 outs and a man in scoring position. Piece on top 12-8 here in the top of the 8th. First pitch in, that'll be ball 1. One 0 pitch inside for strike 1, evening the count now at 1-1. Three-one now the count. Pitch outside, and there's a 2-out walk here for Petticord, putting Min at first and second. Thomas Troy will be up next. He was a pinch runner. Now he'll come up to bat for his first time today. Ryan Gallagher on deck. First pitch of ball, 1-0 here on Troy. Pitch inside, 2-0 count now here on Troy. Three-one count here for Thomas Troy. Petticord 3-1 pitch. That'll be fouled to the left side. Now 3-2 the count, full. Minute first and second. Dean trailing by 4, 8-12. Scoring all their runs, 2 in the fourth, or 5 in the sixth. And now this will be sent out to the right Field gap and shallow, dropping for a single. 1 run will score. The second will hold at third. So now Dean has at least scored a run in every other inning since the second. They scored 1 in the second, 2 in the fourth, 5 in the sixth, and now they've scored their first one here in the eighth. So they've scored in all of the even innings. So now Gallagher, the catcher, the new catcher for Dean, he'll be up next. The lefty in the box. Matthew Troy, the brother of Thomas Troy, who just got aboard at first. He'll be on deck. 2 outs, 1 man on at first, another at third. First pitch in there for a strike as Petticord gets ahead here 0-1. Pacers still on top by 3, 12-9. Next pitch in the dirt. That'll even the count at 1-1. One-two pitch in there as Troy swipes second. And that'll be the end of the top of the eighth. Petticord comes in, couple walks and a hit, giving up 1 run. Peace still on top 12-9. To the eighth we go, the bottom of the eighth. Right here from the USA National Training Park in Cary. Peace on top 12-9. You're listening to the Pacers Sports Network. Nick Montrose up first for the Pacers here in the bottom of the eighth. Nick Tortora will be the new pitcher on the mound here for Dean. Out of the Dean bullpen, he got a little bit of work in last night as well. Montrose evens the count here, 1 ball and 1 strike. Peace on top 12-9 here in the bottom of the eighth. So they are 3 outs away from getting win number 2 in this 2-game midweek series. Next pitch, a breaking ball into the dirt. Good job by Montrose to just watch it go. 2-1 pitch from Tortora. Inside to Montrose, and he'll move up in the count now 3-1. Montrose 286 so far on the year, going 4 for 14. Next pitch in there for a strike. That'll take us to a full count. 3-2 pitch. On the outside, and there's a leadoff walk for Montrose. So he'll get aboard here in his first AB. That'll bring Alex Seaton, the second baseman, to the Pacers. Jackson May will be on deck. Seaton squares to bunt, pulls back. That'll be called a ball. And now a throw down to first base as Pinnell, the pinch runner for Montrose, will round second. He'll head to third. Throw still not in. And Pinnell will hold at third. And now the throw goes past the catcher. Luckily, Tortora, the pitcher there to back it up where he should be. And the pinch runner Pinnell in for DH Nick Montrose will now be in scoring position, 90 feet away from being run number 13 for the Pacers. They lead here 12-9 in the eighth. This one sent to the left side, foul. That'll even the count at 1-1. One pitch to Seaton. This one outside. That'll move the count to now 2 balls and a strike. Nobody out just yet. Pinch runner Garrett Pinnell at third in scoring position following the wild throw over to first base. 2-1 pitch. This one sent out to center field. Pinnell should be able to tag. It might be more, though, as it's over the head of the center fielder, but he makes the catch. Really nice play there. Fish out there patrolling center, making a nice grab as it looked like he was burned. Meanwhile, though, Garrett Pinnell able to tag up easily and score from third. Jackson May will be at the plate now. 1 man gone, nobody aboard here for Peace. So they now lead 13-9. They have scored in every inning except the first, second, and third. One-0 pitch, breaking ball out of zone, moving now to 2-0 here for Jackson May. May 1 for 2. He swings and misses there. Now the count's still in his favor, 2-1. Next pitch in there, fastball, and he'll just take, and that'll even the count at 2-2. Ground ball to the left side. Play made there by Callahan. May will be thrown out. Two outs, no men on here for Peace. They still lead 13-9 in the bottom of the eighth. Jake Norris, the catcher. Lefty bat, he'll be up next with 2 men gone. Pacers, when we come back in the top of the ninth, will be 3 outs away from win number 2 in this series, getting this 2-0 sweep. And now Norris gets hit in the helmet, and he'll just head on up to first base following the dead ball with 2 outs. That'll bring Gavin Taylor to the plate. Next pitch hit up the middle, an attack made at second base by Troy, and that will end the bottom half of the 8th. First inning of all the innings that the Pacers have scored that they have not scored more than 1, as they only get 1 right here in the 8th. So now the score is 13-9. To the 9th we go. 3 outs needed for the Pacers to get win number 12 on the season. We'll take a short break and return right here on the Pacers Sports Network. Warren Gay will be the next one on the mound. And he'll be going here for the close here in the top of the 9th. Pacers leading 13-9. Matthew Troy will square to bunt and pull back for a taken strike number 1. Gay got a nice inning of work in last night in Game 1's win over Dean, as now he'll go for the close for Game 2's potential win. 13-9 the score. Pacers up 4 here in the top of the 9th, only needing 3 more outs to secure win number 12 on the season and their second straight, 10th here at home. 1-1 pitch coming to Troy. Inside, and a close call, but that'll be ruled ball one. As the count moves in favor of Troy, 2-1. Next pitch will be 3-1. 3 balls and a strike. Nobody out and nobody on yet for Dean. Trailing 4 here in the top of the ninth. Got 3 more outs to work with. Matthew Troy at the plate. And now he chops one to the right side. Seaton gets over, makes the flip, and makes the play. Over to new first baseman Ethan May. So 1 down and 2 more to go here for Gay. That'll bring Callahan to the plate. Leadoff hitter last night for Dean and 2-hole hitter here tonight. Callahan 0 for 2. He's been walked twice, struck out once, and now a ball in the dirt for a 2-0 count. Next pitch inside, that'll be ball 3. 3-0 count here on Callahan. First pitch outside, or first strike I should say. Count still sits at 3-1 in favor of Callahan. 1 man gone, nobody on here for Dean. Trailing 4, top 9, 3-1 pitch coming from Gay. Grounded to the shortstop Fernstrom. He fields. Throw in the dirt, picked, and not in time. Nice play by May to dig out the throw, but it says not in time. So now a runner on here for Dean. 1 man gone. Ground ball for a double play could finish the deal here for Peace. That'll bring Hayden to the plate. First pitch low and away, strike 1. Gay gets ahead here. 1 man out, 1 man on. 0-1 count here for Hayden. Swung on and missed, and now Hayden in a quick 0-2 hole. Pitch, swung on and missed. And there's out number 2, and Warren Gay and the Pacers 1 more out away from securing this win here tonight. They lead at 13-9, top 9, 2 men gone, 1 man aboard, as that'll bring the final hope here for Dean. Brian DeVidio, the shortstop, to the plate. First pitch, wild, and that'll get past Norris. Callahan able to move up in scoring position at second. Still nothing hurt there. Only 1 pitch needed to finish this thing up here for Gay. Gay comes set and deals this one outside for strike number 1, evening the count at 1-1. 1-1 pitch. This one sent to the right side, and Gavin Taylor makes a nice dive and a catch, and a wild way to end the night. Final score, 13-9. The Pacers wrap it up. Warren Gay comes in to get the close, and an excellent play there by Gavin Taylor to lay out on what looked like it could have dropped in for a single as that ball was running out of gas, but he gets in there and gets under it. Final score 13-9. Peace sweeps Dean in a little 2-game midweek series. 2-0. Won last night 13-3. Final here tonight in Game 2, 13-9. Pacers hit the road this coming weekend for another conference series. Their overall record now 12-6. Their conference record stays where it is at 2-4. So they'll play that next series this coming week. They are now on a 2-game win streak and now advanced to 10-4 here at home. They'll be on the road at Pfeiffer down in Meisenheimer, North Carolina for a 3-game set with Pfeiffer, and then they will be back here at Cary in a midweek game next week against Christopher Newport, but they'll take care of Pfeiffer on the road. Before that happens, we hope you've enjoyed your time on the Pacers Sports Network. Final here from Cary, 13-9. Pacers take the series. Until next time, goodbye from Cary.